You are listening to national champion Long Beach State men's volleyball live on 22S Radio, streaming on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. The Lions loom large as the Beach look to bounce back, and all the action starts right now. Good evening and welcome inside the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. Thank you for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night for the final leg of a Valentine's Day triple header on 22 Radio. I'm JayDe Beaudry coming to you courtside for an NCAA non-conference face-off between number 2 Long Beach State and Vangaurd University. Long Beach State have had 8 days to rest and reset after getting reverse swept by number 1 UCLA in this building last Friday in front of 4,000 fans. It was the first loss of the season for the previously undefeated Beach, who will look to bounce back tonight against another MPSF opponent, Vangaurd. Invited to join the MPSF 2 years ago, the Lions share a conference with some of the top teams in the nation. But among the likes of UCLA, Pepperdine, and USC, it's Vangaurd who want to make a splash in 2026. Under fourth-year head coach Brian Rofer, the Lions finished dead last in their inaugural MPSF season and have struggled to kickstart their second campaign, currently sitting at 3-7 while being winless through their first 4 conference games. The season is young, however, and these Lions are no stranger to big stages. Tonight's showdown in the Pyramid will be just the second ever meeting between these two teams, and although the Beach are heavy favorites, the goals for first-year head coach Nick McRae are simple: respond to Friday's loss and stack positive performances in every phase of play. The starters being introduced around the pyramid, so let's run you through them. For Long Beach State, the man in the middle, the engine of the offense, Jake Pizzanti, gets the start at setter. The middle blocker pairing is Jackson Christ and Ben Braun tonight, and on the pins, Skylar Varga joins Alex Kondev. At opposite, Wojciech Gajek returns to the starting lineup, replacing Danila Hrstanovic, who has had 2 outstanding performances, but will start this one on the bench. And the libero, as always, Kellen Larson. For Vangaurd, no surprises in their starting 6 either. Brock Henderson will run the offense from the setter's position. The middle blocker pairing, Micah Sabenzma and Broderick Duckworth. On the pins, Grant Veldman and Cole Oliver, the 2 outside hitters. The opposite is Logan Fremont, and at libero, Jacob Baston will line up the L2 tonight. Not expected to appear, but dressed out in the alternate colored uniform is Jensen Wright. Long Beach State rocking their all-white look tonight. Uniforms that are trimmed on the sides with a gradient pattern that goes from black down to gold and black again, adorned with stars on the side of the uniform as well. As for Vangaurd, mismatched shorts around their side of the floor, some gray, some blue, and it is blue uniforms adorned with lions across the chest and gold lettering adjusted to the bottom third of that Lions moniker. Back to serve first for the Beach in this matchup will be Skylar Varga, and what a season he's having. Currently leading the nation in aces, 29 of them for him so far through 9 games this season. He will get the Beach started in service as they take up the right side of the floor. Vangaurd on the left. Oh, Canada rings out as it has all season long from the bench as Skylar Varga gets us underway in the pyramid. Pass up to Henderson, pushes it right side over to Grant Veldman, and he's blocked by the triple block of the Beach. It rolls across the tape and gets down. It's Alex Kondev, Ben Braun, and Wojciech Gajek combining, and that Beach block is among the best in the nation. Long Beach State's 3rd in blocks per set across Division I volleyball. 1-0 Beach. Skylar Varga serves hard and out of bounds, 66 miles an hour on the radar gun, but Varga cannot draw the back line, and we're tied up at 1. The senior outside Cole Oliver stands 6'5". He will serve first tonight for Vangaurd. Oliver booms it across, dug out by Larson to the middle for Pizzanti. Quick to the middle for Ben Braun, disrupted by the block. Henderson now will push to the left side, tipped over by Fremont for a kill. He found the campfire. It's Logan Fremont, the 6'7", outside and opposite, who has shifted more to opposite this season in his sophomore year. Oliver to serve again. Vangaurd lead 2-1. Hard serve off the chest of Kellen Larson, and it goes right back over the net. Henderson gets the second touch, goes D-set over to Veldman, and he's blocked and roofed. Ben Braun and Alex Kondev combine, and the first 2 points from the Beach come from 2 blocks. It's Kondev and Jackson Christ in the area, and Jackson Christ is someone we're going to be calling out all night long during blocking situations. Ben Braun float serve across, tied it 2. Back set goes to Oliver, dug out by the Beach. Kept alive, and now Pizzanti will push to the left side for Kondev, who goes over with 2 hands. It's a slam dunk kill for Alex Kondev on our first mini rally of the night. A few exchanges across the net, and Alex Kondev sees one blocker in his face and goes over strongly. Long Beach ready to take the lead, 3 serving 2. Braun serves across, passed out of the back row up to Henderson. Quick to the middle for Duckworth, and he finds the soft spot on the opposite side of the floor. Duckworth, the right-handed swinger, the middle blocker 2 tonight, native of Bellingham, Washington. Stands 6'6", a bit undersized in the matchup against the 6'10" Jackson Christ tonight, but did not matter on that kill. We are tied at 3 in set 1. Duckworth serves across, high and out of bounds. Brian Rofer has made it an emphasis this season to put the ball in play. Vanguard are an undersized team. They are a young team. They cannot afford service errors against top competition like Long Beach State to take them out of games. That is now their first service error of the night as Gajek serves for the Beach. Passed out of the back row, set quickly to the middle and dug out by Larson. Goes back over the net for Vanguard to attack, and after a few exchanges at the net, it is going to be a point for Vanguard. Coming out of the middle that time was Grant Velman attacking from the back row, and it looks like Jake Pizzanti might have broken the partition under the net, and that results in a point for Vanguard off the attacking error. Feldman serves, pass this time by Varga in the back row. Pizzanti back row set to Skylar Varga, who powers it off of Oliver in the back row and down for a kill. That's Skylar Varga's first, and it certainly won't be his last tonight. In that game against UCLA last Friday, he had 12 kills to go along with 2 electrifying aces in the 5th set. 5 serving 4 here. Advantage Beach in set 1. Kondev tosses high, booms it right into the net. 68 on the radar gun, and it's Alex Kondev huddles briefly with his teammates. For the Beach, just their second service error through their first 5 points. We're tied at 5. High toss here from Logan Fremont. Passed out of the back row by Kondev. Pizzanti, D-set, Gajek, oh my! Blasted into the hardwood, but he just missed the line. Gajek unloads the cannon on the right side of the floor. Could not keep it in bounds, though, and it's a point for Vanguard. Fremont serves again. Pass this time by Larson. Pizzanti quick to the middle for Jackson Christ, who gets a touch at the net, then in the back row, and the Lions cannot keep it up. Jackson Christ gets on the board, and now it's his turn to serve. Christ, the 6'10" freshman middle blocker, born and raised in Long Beach. His father, Jeff, played for this program back in the 90s. He's been around Long Beach State volleyball his whole life. Medium height toss, boomed across. Passed well out of the background, now set to the left side for Cole Oliver. He goes this time off the double block and out of bounds to get Jackson Christ off the service line and to preserve an early lead for Vanguard. 7 serving 6 as Micah Sebesma goes back to serve, the wiry redshirt junior middle blocker. One of the best middles in the country. Overlooked because he's at the Division II level, but he's dangerous. Hard serve across, passed well. Pizzanti sets it outside to Skylar Varga on the left pin, and he powers it down. Vanguard struggling early to get blockers at the net, and that's a credit to Jake Pizzanti and the way he's setting. Pizzanti accounting for the 23rd best assist per set ratio in the NCAA so far this season. He's also been a dangerous server. It's his turn to serve now. So we're tied at 7 in set 1. Pizzanti booms it across for an ace. Pizzanti goes straight down the line and lets out a roar, trying to get this pyramid crowd into the action. It's now 8 serving 7 on Pizzanti's first service ace of the night. Pizzanti settles himself, tosses, booms one to the back row. This one's passed well. Henderson, backside set to Veldman. Blocked and out of bounds. It was Skylar Varga and Ben Braun getting hands to the net, but off the swing, it goes out of bounds instead. Long Beach getting hands up at the net early. A good sign for this Beach block that can be so disruptive, especially against undersized teams. The setter, Brock Henderson, to serve for Vanguard. 8 all in set 1. Passed by Varga, set by Pizzanti to the left side. Gajek with another dunk, copying his fellow pin hitter Alex Kondev as he puts 2 hands around the ball and dunks it down in the face of a double block. Vanguard block might not have gotten a touch on that one either. Gajek just finds the soft spot in the floor right next to the net. Skylar Vargas serves here, 9 serving 8, and he serves it too long out of bounds. That time he's trying to attack zone 5, hugging the coffin corner on the left side of the Vanguard back line. He's gone for it twice now and missed twice. 9 serving 9. Oliver serves across, passed out of the back row, set right side to Gajek, dug out by Vangaurd. Henderson pushes left side again. This swing is dug out. It was Fremont who's going to get credit for the kill, as Logan Fremont forced a net violation from Long Beach State, and Vangaurd retakes the lead at 10-9. Communication along the Long Beach State back line before this next serve. Oliver booms it across. Kandev pops it up in the air. Out of system set from Kellen Larson, pushed over by Kandev, kept alive by Vangaurd. Now an attack out of the back row by Cole Oliver, but you can hear Nick McRae saying he's over. Oliver well inside the 10-foot line by the time he left his feet, and it's an attacking error for the Lions. Ben Braun to serve here. Vangaurd, the first to 10. The Beach have tied it up, 10 apiece in set one. Braun serves it across. Henderson pass, back set this time. Goes to Veldman, dug out by Braun to the opposite side of the net. Kandev keeps it alive. Vargas swings from well beyond the back row and well beyond the boundary of the court. Lone for the highlight play, and he booms it right back towards the sand pit in the student section. Any other attacker in the country is free balling that one over. Skylar Varga decides to hit, and it gives Vangaurd the lead once again. Duckworth serves, pass by Kandev. Pizzanti ranges underneath, backside set to Alex Kandev on the left side, dug back over the net. Larson has the first touch. Pizzanti this time to the middle for Chris, disrupted by the block. Now Henderson a chance to distribute. D-set this time, going left side to Veldman, blocked and roofed by Alex Kandev and Jackson Christ. Brock Henderson with an inch-perfect set, but the Beach block was there first. And that is the fourth block of the contest for Long Beach State here through set one. 11-all. The freshman Wojciech Gajek serves now, going for the back line, and he missed it by a whisker. 71 on the radar gun for Wojciech Gajek. The Polish international getting the start tonight at opposite. One service error now on his line. Veldman serves hard and across, dug out by Kandev. Pizzanti ranges underneath. Combination set, it's Varga from the back row pushing it across. Vangaurd digs it out. Henderson sets right side by Fremont, dug out by the Beach, and a calamity on the offensive end. Varga free balls it over. Now Henderson pushes back to Fremont, and he goes off the block. A brilliant tool from Fremont. Gets Vangaurd another point, and they open up a 3-point advantage here. It is the Lions hanging tough with the Beach in the opening proceedings of set one. 13 serving 11. Veldman tosses high. Passed out of the back row by Varga. Medium system set from Pizzanti out to Kandev, left side, through a triple block and down. Alex Kandev threads the eye of the needle with that swing. 3 blockers in his face, and he punches a kill right through him. It's Long Beach who trail by 1 in set 1. 12 serving 13 as Kandev tosses high. A roll serve, passed out of the back row. Henderson, quick to the middle this time. Dug out though on the swing from Duckworth. Varga attacks left side, tipped off the double block. Vangaurd keeps it alive. Henderson pushes long to Fremont above the double block. Larson keeps it up. Pizzanti, D-set. Wojciech Gajek gets the kill, going cross court. And the freshman gets on the board with his second kill now on 4 swings. That was a beauty. 3 feet off the net, goes above the double block, and paints the coffin corner. We're tied at 13. Kandev tosses high, booms across, passed out of the back row by Oliver. Henderson sets Fremont again, this time disrupted by the double block to the back row, kept alive by Baston. Henderson, backside set, goes to Veldman. Did he get a touch is the question. Yes, he did. Point for Vangaurd. And Logan Freeman will now serve. He's already got 3 kills on 6 swings here in set 1. Fremont serves hard to the back row, pass by Larson. Pizzanti pushes to Varga, left side above the double block. Oh, Canada. Varga elevates, and the double block just cannot match his elevation. It's Skylar Varga's 3rd kill as we're tied at 14. Beach bench claps for Jackson Christ, true freshman middle blocker. Serves hard and across for an ace. Jackson Christ goes cross court to zone 1. And there's a timeout necessary now for the Lions as the Beach are the first to 15 off the ace from Jackson Christ. Long Beach State halfway through set one, hitting .333, 3 blocks on their line, disrupting the Lions, but Vangaurd a spirited start as well. Grant Feldman and Logan Fremont leading the way. We'll be back on the other side of the break here on 22 West Radio. Timeout breaks inside the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. This the second meeting between these two teams. Last year, Vangaurd came to the Pyramid at 2-4 overall and were swept by Long Beach State during their opening stretch of the season where they simply looked unbeatable. It was Long Beach State's 11th win in a row to kick off the 24-25 season. That saw them win the national championship. 15 serving 14 here. Jackson Christ booms high. Tosses it across. Henderson sets over to the right side for Oliver. Gets a tip off the block, and the Beach scramble to keep it alive. They cannot. Vangaurd continue to trade points here now with Long Beach State. 15 all. Both teams siding out at around 70% as we inch closer to the red zone. Sebesma serves. Hard and out of bounds. Was looking for a late dip on the fastball, and it did not come. So another service error for Vangaurd gives Long Beach State the lead here. Pizzanti back to serve the setter, who has spent his last few seasons at the Beach learning from some of the best to ever come through this program. He serves hard into the twine. It was Moni Nikolov at the helm last year at the setter's position for Jake Pizzanti, and he also shares that setter's room with Island Doty, who has gotten to learn not only from Nikolov, but the Knight family as well. 16 all. Serve across this time from Henderson is too strong. Vangaurd trying to target the middle of the back row for Long Beach, and on back-to-back serves, they have missed the mark. Now Skylar Varga can take up service responsibilities. 17 serving, 16 in set one. Varga tosses high, awkward pass out of the back row, out of system set from Veldman over to the left pin, swung on across by Oliver, kept alive by Larson. Now a set to Kondev, and he's above the double block, but somehow Vangaurd keeps it up. A joust at the net. Keeps it on the Vangaurd side. Now a free ball goes across. Varga pass from the back row. Pizzanti combination set to Varga out of the back row. It was awkward, and Vangaurd keeps it up again. Out of system attack coming from Veldman. Left side, could not get it above the twine. And Long Beach may or may not get credit for a block there. The set was low and out of system as Grant Veldman, the 6'9" junior outside hitter, could not get it above the tape. And that's a 2-point advantage for Long Beach if this play stands. A lot of action around the net in this one. Ryan Rofer could be challenging a few things during this rally, and our officials will most certainly have a look. We can introduce you to our officiating team tonight. Magdalena Gleaves, Tom Ubardi, Rachel Jensen, and Kelly Talisma. Rachel Jensen returning after officiating that Friday night game against UCLA. Each team gets 3 challenges. If you are successful in your challenge, then you keep it for the remainder of the game. If you are unsuccessful, you lose the challenge. So an early swing for Brian Rofer trying to challenge an overturn, it looks like, on this point. If he is successful, that score will flip and read 17 apiece instead of 18-16. Brian Rofer in his 4th season at the helm of Vangaurd. He's a very experienced head coach, though, and he was the reason why they won the largest honor in their school's history, the 2022-23 NAIA National Championship. In his first season as a head coach, he led the Lions to that title out in Des Moines. A shocking reverse sweep against Benedictine Mesa. Got Vangaurd the red banner, and that was their final season before they accepted an offer to Division II. They played one more season in the NAIA in 2024. And this is now their second season in the MPSF. Challenge is unsuccessful, so the score still reads 18-16. Rofer loses one. He'll have 2 for the rest of the match. Vargas serves high and across. Henderson, cross-court serve to Veldman, who rolls one. Pazanti, back set to Gajek, and there's nobody there to meet the pole on the poles. Pazanti, a beautiful back set, and he smiles and nods over to Nick McRae as now Rofer wants a timeout. Beautiful distribution of the volleyball there from Jake Pazanti. Throws it behind his head for a D-set to Wojciech Gajek, and Gajek lays down a kill, his third. One more note on Brian Rofer. Before he was a coach at Vanguard, he was an assistant for 22 years under the legendary Al Skates at UCLA. UCLA, who have won more national titles than any other program, have a lot to thank Brian Rofer for. In charge of recruiting while he was there, in charge of game day operations as well as an assistant, and he brought in some big names during his 22 years under Skates, including a few names that still echo around those halls today. Brandon Taliaferro, whose son Trent is now backing up Andrew Rowan at setter, and John Speraw, who went on to become the second head coach in UCLA men's volleyball history. Both brought to Pauley Pavilion by Brian Rofer. And in 2012, Rofer was named the AVCA Assistant Coach of the Year, an honor he shares with Long Beach State head coach Nick McRae. It was in 2015 that Rofer stepped down as the assistant coach, went on to coach Loyola High School junior varsity volleyball, and after stepping away from the game for a while, he is now back at the charge of the Lions. In his 4th season, they now play UCLA, and he says when he was walking around Pauley Pavilion for the first time in over a decade, it was John Hawks, the new head coach, who said, "Hey, how long were you here? Because I feel like more people know you than they know me." Skylar Vargas serves, 19 serving, 16. Pass out of the back row. Henderson, back set, goes over to the right side for Oliver. He's blocked down, and it goes off of Oliver, then into the pin. So an awkward exchange above the net leads to a point for the Beach, who are now the first to the red zone. Skylar Varga still looking for his first ace of this first set. Tosses, booms one across, awkward pass out of the back row, bumps it from Henderson. Back row attack, it's blocked and roofed. Cole Oliver tried to swing on one from beyond the 10-foot line, and Ben Braun in the middle of Alex Kondev and Wojciech Gajek says, "Forget about it, boys, that one was all me." 21 now, serving 16 as the Beach are on a 4-0 scoring run. Varga tosses hard to the back row, passed, and Henderson will have to set one from beyond the 10-foot line, and going cross court with authority is Grant Veldman. Power angle for the kill. The Lions break up the run, and Veldman lets out a roar. It's now 17 serving 21 here in set 1. Cole Oliver, a Hope International transfer, serves one hard and across, passed by Larson. Rip set goes to Ben Braun, dug out though by the Lions. Attacking from the back row is Logan Fremont off a bump set from Brock Henderson. That saw Henderson dive to the ground, and it lands in the back row. Some serious velocity on the swing there from Logan Fremont. Vanguard has closed the gap now. It's only 3 points between the teams in set 1, 18 serving 21, and Cole Oliver serves one hard into the net. First service sub of the night, also entering the match for Long Beach State. In comes Connor Bloom, the senior floor captain on this Long Beach State team. It's his 5th season with the program. Preseason, he played outside hitter and opposite, but that's what he's known for, the Bloom Boom. Made a name last year as a service specialist. His first serve of the night, hard and across, passed well. Henderson goes to the middle, and it's Duckworth laying down the lumber. Goes right at Connor Bloom in the back row, and Bloom cannot handle. He's the last one to touch it before it falls out of bounds. And Bloom will sub out back in favor of Kellen Larson, as Vanguard will also make a change in service. In comes Willie Wang, the Long Beach City College transfer. East Palo Alto native. Stands just 6'1". Has been brought in as a service specialist at times this season. Where's the number 2? Rolls a serve across, down for an ace. Oh no. A miscommunication in the back row as Alex Kondev and Skylar Varga were both in position for the ball. It hits Kondev in the arms, and the ball does not go up. It goes back down into the hardwood, and Willie Wang wheels away and celebrates. Only his 4th appearance of the season, only the 5th set he's appeared in, but his first swing of the volleyball results in an ace, and we have a brand new set now as Vangaurd claw their way back from a 5-point deficit. Now they're only down by 1, 21-20. It'll be Vangaurd serving, and Willie Wang back behind the line after the brief stoppage here on 22 West Radio. Timeout breaks from Nick McRae. Wants to get his squad organized before they face another serve from Willie Wang. Willie Wang, the junior, a player that Brian Rofer would love to get into the squad, but he does stand just 6'1", and at the Division I level, that level of physicality is a lot higher than it was at Long Beach City College. Rofer hoping Wang can get in the weight room more and make his presence felt a bit more this season. His serve, this time dug out well by Varga. D-set to Gayak. He rolls it across right into the campfire. Wang dove to get a hand to it, but he was too late. And Long Beach get the service sub off the line. They cut out a 4-0 run, and Willie Wang heads back to the bench with a smile on his face, making way for the redshirt junior libero, Jacob Basin, to return and serve receive. Gayak serving for the Beach, 23-20, 2 points away from a set victory. Gayak tosses high, whips one across, dug out by Basin. High pass, Henderson goes across the net, and a neat play from Logan Fremont to get the kill. The set was dying on its way over to the left side, and Fremont meets it right at the tape, touches it across, and the Long Beach block was confused. They thought it was falling short, and Vangaurd comes away with a crafty point. 21 serving 23. Feldman serves it into the twine, and now it's set point, Long Beach State. And before we can get there, it's going to be a timeout from Brian Rofer. So before Alex Kondev can get back behind the service line, Rofer takes a timeout, and Kondev not happy. Fake serves with his hand as he lets out an exasperated sigh and heads back to the bench. For Long Beach State, this is a season that is just getting started. They have dropped their first game, yes, to UCLA, but they have a chance to get some immediate get back when they go on the road to Pauley Pavilion next week. Just 6 days from now, it'll be a rematch of the last 2 national championship games as Long Beach takes on UCLA on their home floor. After that, it'll be Long Beach facing another MPSF opponent in a 2-game home-and-home series. Concordia Irvine will first host Long Beach State, and then they'll come here to the Pyramid. The Golden Eagles also trying to make it out of the doldrums of the MPSF this season. It was Concordia Irvine who eliminated Vangaurd from the MPSF tournament last season. And then Penn State makes the cross-country journey here to the Pyramid. And then Jessup, another MPSF opponent, will come to complete the homestand before conference play kicks off March 20th against Hawaii. Circle your calendars, Long Beach State fans. That is going to be one heck of a matchup. Timeout breaks, and Alex Kondev is now ready to serve. No more timeouts to burn for Rofer either, so the Pyramid faithful rises to their feet. Kondev tosses high, booms one across, and down for an ace. Alex Kondev feeling frosty from beyond the service line. They tried to ice him, but Kondev is too hot. Long Beach 25, Vangaurd 21 to close out set 1. And Long Beach can be proud of the performance they've put out to this point. Hitting .348, dominating with 4 blocks at the net, and holding Vangaurd just a .194 hitting percentage. The Lions make it interesting late, but Long Beach grab the last few points, and those are the most important ones. Leading the Beach is Wojciech Gajek in that first set with 4 kills. Heading into set 2, Long Beach will trade sides with the Lions, and we'll be back in just a few moments on 22 West Radio. all set to go here in set 2. Long Beach wins set 1 pretty convincingly, 25-21 off of an ace from Alex Kondev. In that first set, Long Beach is able to side out Vanguard at 71%, while Vanguard were keeping close in that side out battle until late on. In that first set, 15 tie scores though, and 6 lead changes as Vanguard was able to play it close early. Leading the way so far for the Lions tonight are a pair of their outside hitters. It's Logan Fremont with 5 kills on 9 swings and Grant Veldman with 4 kills on 9 swings. Logan Fremont has been operating on the left-hand side primarily of the offense, and he's a man who Brian Rofer said last year really had a lot to figure out in his freshman season. Someone who was thrown into the firestorm, those are Rofer's words, but had an incredible amount of growth come his way in the fall. The work he put in the gym was tangible, and he's on as high of a trajectory as any player Rofer says he has ever coached. There was one quote that really stuck out during media day where Rofer said that the little boy in Logan Fremont is gone. He made the move to opposite in the fall, and he is the one leading the way for Vanguard right now. Native of Montrose, California, graduate of Crescenta Valley High School, look to continue to lead the charge here in set 2. The teams have switched sides. Now it's Vanguard on the right, Long Beach State on the left. These are two teams that also faced each other in the fall at the Pyramid Tournament. Long Beach was able to sweep Vanguard. During that game, Skylar Varga was playing libero. One of the best outside hitters in the country and a contender for National Player of the Year was mixing it up on a day where Long Beach welcomed a few programs to the Pyramid that they have faced and will face this season, including Pepperdine, the Masters, and Concordia Irvine. It was a grueling slate. Long Beach playing games from 8 in the morning until 7 at night, back to back to back to back to back. But here we go in set 2. First serve across and down for an ace. Cole Oliver catches the Beach's back row unaware, and Vanguard take the lead here in set 2. Oliver last season at Hope International, NAIA first team All-American. 65 aces, a school record. He has one tonight. His second serve is dug out well, and Guyette gets the set on the left side. Popped up by Vanguard, kept alive, out of system, bumps it. Is going to go instead to the right side for Veldman, who goes around the double block and down. Varga and Braun in the area did not seal off the line, and Veldman makes them pay. Cole Oliver continues to serve. This one touches the tape and rolls across. Pizzanti underneath. Back set, it's a combination to Alex Kondev, who flies in from the back row. Ben Braun providing the distraction in the front as Kondev flies in with no blockers in his face. The Beach get Cole Oliver off the line, who this season has a different kind of swagger about him in his senior season, trying to carry on the momentum from last year's incredible campaign at that Hope International level. Serve passed well and across. Set goes to the left side off of a low pass, and Cole Oliver is lighting it up here in set 2. Gets the kill and celebrates big time with his teammates. Braddock Duckworth heads back to serve now. The undersized middle blocker, 6'6", graduate of Shahom High School, carries the ball and then tosses low. He's still learning how to serve, says Rofer. Passed well. Vargas swings on it, disrupted by the block. A frustrated clap as Vanguard keeps it alive. They set to the middle. And Micah Sibmensa lays down the boom. It's too long, though, and Sibmensa is an incredible middle blocker. Was overlooked last year for any MPSF honors despite some great standout statistics, including being one of the best blocking and attacking middles in the nation. Just missed the line that time, and we're tied at, it's Long Beach 2 serving 3, and Skylar Varga serves it out of bounds. Varga, a similar serving performance to what we saw against UCLA, where he did not find his first ace till late in the 5th set. The current pace Skylar Varga's on, over an ace per set. That leads the nation. Serve here goes across, and it's passed well. Pizzanti combination set to Skylar Varga. Vanguard keeps it alive, though. Henderson, combination set goes to Sibmensa, kept alive by the Beach. Now Guyette can attack from the left side off of a back set from Jake Pizzanti, and he gets the kill. Both offenses really starting to find their rhythm here in set 2. Efficient volleyball on both sides when the serve and pass has been up to par. 3 serving 4. Ben Braun, low serve across. Out of system, set this time, goes to the left side for Fremont. Kept alive off the triple block. Fremont bumps it to the right side of the court for Veldman. He is blocked, and it's out of bounds. A triple block right there for the Beach, but it goes off the arms, I believe, of Wojciech Gajek, and out of bounds. Vanguard still holds on to a 2-point lead. High toss here from Fremont. Boomed across, passed by Kondev. High, Pizzanti underneath, quick to the middle for Jackson Christ. Kept alive by the beach once and not twice. Christ was blocked. It was Gajek flying in for the first touch, and nobody else could locate it in a white uniform. A big-time block for Vanguard. They've opened up their largest lead of the night at 6-3. Another hard serve. Passed by Varga. Pizzanti, back set. Gajek over everybody. Get out of the way when Wojciech Gajek is in your airspace. As Gajek brings the beach back within 2. Five kills now for Gajek. No aces yet tonight. High toss. Booms one over. Passed well. Set goes quick to the middle this time for Sibmensa, and he's blocked. They're going to call a double touch on Sibmensa, who might have contacted it twice on the way down. That's how hard his arm was wrapping around the ball. Attacking error goes the way of the beach. Gajek ready to serve again. Booms one across and out of bounds. That serve a chance to tie things up, and instead it's Vanguard who will continue to lead. It'll be 7 serving 5. Mentioned those stats for Sibmensa, who's back to serve now. Hit .428, best for 4th in the conference, and had 219 kills, best for 2nd on the team last season. Led Vanguard in scoring with 297 points. No nods of recognition from the conference. He also had 23 aces that led the team. That serve, though, goes into the net. Left a bitter taste in his mouth, as it did the Vanguard program. He's looking to prove everyone wrong here in 2026. Kondev now tosses high, serves across and hard. Pass to the net, joust, one, and put onto the Long Beach side. Back set to Gajek. Goes off a double block. The ball's ranging over into the broadcast booth, and Josh Lambert to my right catches it to save me from making a play. Errant pass out of the back row, and they're going to call instead an attacking violation on Long Beach State. Vanguard continue to lead in set 2. They're going to get, I believe, Skylar Varga from attacking illegally from the back row. Serve across from Henderson, passed out of the back row by Kondev. Pizzanti pushes to the left side. This time Varga has no blockers in his face and paints the back line. A masterpiece of a swing from Skylar Varga. When he is in rhythm, it really is a work of art. Blockers, no blockers, he'll find a way to find the floor, leaning on his experience this summer with the Canadian national team at the Volleyball Nations League. Says coming back to college feels a little bit like playing in slow motion now. Jackson Christ to serve. 7 serving 8. Passed out of the back row. Henderson, back set, goes over to Veldman, who is blocked and roofed. Into the triple block he goes. And there are no dice to be found on the swing. We're all tied at 8 as Long Beach continue to be active up there at the net. 6 blocks now for the Beach as a team. Jackson Christ, the Long Beach native, gets claps from his bench in the sand pit, tosses high, booms across, and down for an ace. Cross-court dagger. Jackson Christ finds the coffin corner, and it's a corkscrew serve that has become Jackson Christ's trademark. When it goes over the net, it is hard to pass. So much horizontal movement on the ball. Now he's ready to serve again. Long Beach have taken the lead at 9-8. Another serve from Christ, and another ace. The freshman goes back-to-back and says, Kalama, it's not that hard. It's not that serious. I do this for a living. And now he lets out a smile. Tried to play it cool, but back-to-back aces have proven to be the difference now in set 2. It's Long Beach 10, Vanguard 8, off 2 straight aces from the freshman Jackson Christ, who this season has unleashed that corkscrew serve on every opponent he's faced, sometimes with more success than others, but he's always willing to trade those errors for moments like that. Back-to-back aces and a 4-0 run for the Beach sends us into the break on 22 West Radio. timeout seconds away from breaking, and Jackson Christ has stolen the show here in set 2. The freshman currently leads the Big West in blocks per set with just over 1.5. He's also 9th in the NCAA in that stat category. Also 10th best server in the Big West. Less than half an ace per game, but it's been enough to make him a threat behind the service line. Also got some experience internationally this summer. The last man picked by John Hawks to represent the United States at the Under-21 World Championships, where he played with his current teammate, Kellen Larson. Christ on a run, tosses high, booms it across, and it's passed high out of the back row by Oliver. Bumped forward by Baston to the net, and it's awkward and kept alive somehow by Oliver as he swung into a triple block. It came back on his head, and he could not get it to a teammate. Everybody for the Lions crowded inside the 10-foot line on that exchange. So Chris can continue his service run. Standing 6'10", right in front of the sand pit. Tongue out, he serves another corkscrew, and it's passed well, and Vangaurd have to scrape it across. Pizzanti now to the middle for Ben Braun, and Big Ben gets his kill. Vangaurd caught a little unaware. I think it was a surprise that in the back row, Fremont was able to pass the initial serve from Christ. The second touch was awkward. It was pushed across, and then Ben Braun gets the set on 2 from Jake Pizzanti. 6-0 scoring run now for the Beach. Christ, this will be his 6th straight serve. Tongue out again. Booms it across, and this serve is about 7 feet out of bounds. But Jackson Christ certainly does his job, gives Long Beach a 3-point cushion here. 9 serving 12 for the Lions. Oliver settles. Tosses high, booms it across, pass by Varga. Pizzanti to the middle for Ben Braun. Check the hardwood. I don't know if it survived. Ben Braun, with nobody to meet him, uses every inch of his 6'11" frame to put a dent in the hardwood. Figuratively, of course, but serious power behind the swing from Ben Braun, and nobody underneath it for the Lions. 13 serving 9 now. Pizzanti tosses, and he catches the wire. A hand up in a apologetic manner to his teammates, as that's the 8th service error of the night for Long Beach State. Braddock Duckworth serves across for Vangaurd. Pass by Kondev. Pizzanti back to Kondev. Oh, what a route. Alex Kondev from the back row. A little stutter step. Runs off of Pizzanti's left shoulder and gets the set. Ben Braun making the fake out move in the front row. But did he jump before he got to the 10-foot line? That's the question Vangaurd are asking, and the officials say no. An excellent route from Alex Kondev, but you have to jump before you reach the 10-foot line on a combination set like that. Kondev did not. So it's a point for Vangaurd. 13 serving 11. Passed out by Larson. Pizzanti. Right in front of him is Gajek, who tools it across, and off the first touch from Duckworth, it's going to be another kill for Wojciech Gajek. He's dialed up the intensity tonight, Gajek. He's also had a few soft touches go his way at the net. That's one of them. Goes over with one hand. Him and Pizzanti in a phone booth over on the left side of the Long Beach attack. And Willie Wang has also stepped in for serve receive here for Vangaurd, as Long Beach is applying some serious service pressure. And here goes Skylar Varga. Blasted one to the back row. Passed well. Wang sets up for Fremont into a triple block, and it's down and out of bounds. Fremont gets the kill, and Willie Wang, he's a libero. He's also a setter by trade, so a very familiar position in a familiar city, the former Long Beach City College Viking, picking up an assist here in the pyramid. Served well out of bounds by Velman now, as Vangaurd trailed by 3, now make it 4. Veldman just caught that one on his fingertips, and Long Beach will make a serving sub of their own. In comes Ryan Peluso, who is an opposite and a setter and a service specialist. This man really can do it all. Stands 6'2", the native of Orlando, Florida. Left-handed swinger also offers a different look. Served hard and across, passed well by Vangaurd, and pushed around the double block by Fremont. Pizzanti dove to try to get the first touch. He could not, and Peluso gets taken off the service line. He can be dangerous when back there. He's gone on a few runs this season that have closed out sets for the Beach. But Fremont says no more. It's now Vanguard 13, Long Beach 15. Fremont serves hard and across. Awkward pass. Gajek forced to bump it across. Overpass. And a first touch swing from Sibmensa. Somehow kept alive, diving into the seats by Kellen Larson. But his touch goes back into the stairs behind the stands. Sibmensa elevates and makes the Beach pay on a awkward serve receive. It's Alex Kondev who's been targeted all season. He's the one responsible for that awkward pass. We'll see if he's targeted again here. Instead, Skylar Vargas steps in front. Pizzanti shoots it over to the right pin. And him and Alex Kondev not in sync. Just like that, we're tied at 15. Pizzanti's shoulders were squared around on the right side of the floor. Tried to push it to the left pin. Alex Kondev was not yet making a run. And now a serve well out of bounds. Logan Fremont will get off the line, having done the job for Vanguard. But the service errors starting to pile up for the Lions. They've matched Long Beach State's total with 8. 16 serving 15 in set 2. Long Beach took set 1, 25-21. Gajek tosses, serves across and down for an ace. 2 touches in the back row, not enough to keep it alive. And Gajek takes a long walk back to the service line, looking to double up here. 17 serving 15. 6th ace of the night for the Beach. Gajek tosses high, and this time a little off balance as he makes contact. It goes into the tape. And Vanguard stick around here just as they did in set 1. Michael Sebesma back to serve. His 4th year with the Lions. Tosses and it goes off of his wrist into the bottom of the tape. A few groans from the Long Beach fans behind the Vanguard bench as Sibmensa subs out. Back in comes Jacob Basin, the libero. Alex Kondev tosses high, booms across, and it's passed well. Wang underneath. D-set over to Veldman off the double block, kept alive by Pizzanti. Kondev back set to Skylar Varga, left pin, blocked in, out of bounds. Vanguard nearly win the extended rally. It's Braddock Duckworth who was in the vicinity, and the block touch careens all the way to the opposite side of the floor and out of bounds. 19 serving 16. Kondev tosses high. Boom to the back row. There's a touch, and it's into the seats. Kondev, another ace. Just as he had to close out set 1, Kondev dials up the intensity, and the speedometer is getting a workout with Alex Kondev behind the line. Another high toss from Alex. Rolls this one across, and it's an awkward pass up the net. Joust won by Jackson Christ, and that was only ever going to go one way. Willie Wang, the 6'1" setter, did not leave his feet, as Jackson Christ, the 6'10" middle blocker on the other side of the net, dumped it straight down. Wang exits with a smile on his face. Back in comes Brock Henderson. Henderson tonight 12 assists, but trading places with Wang as he has at times this season. Kondev continues to serve. 4-0 run for the Beach. Boom to the back row. This time Henderson can range underneath. Pushes to the left side. Off a block goes Oliver, kept alive by Basin. Henderson sets to the middle this time. Duckworth just mishits it. Out of system set from Gajek to the left side for Skylar Varga. Dug out in the back row. Henderson, combination set to the back row. It's the big Logan Fremont who cannot catch the back line. Good awareness from Brock Henderson, though, to set the Bick, as Long Beach have been taking over the pins here through 2 sets. Henderson in there to offer some dynamism for Vanguard. Kondev serves another one, hard across and down for an ace. 70 on the radar. Long Beach 2 points away from going up 2 sets to none. And another change coming here now in the back row for Vanguard. Koa LeBoy, the freshman outside hitter, steps in to replace Logan Fremont. Kondev goes right at the freshman and gets the same result. Another ace for Alex Kondev. Timeout, Vanguard. Set point Beach. When we come back, Alex Kondev is having a party in the pyramid. It's 24 serving 16 on the other side of the break here on 22 West Radio. Service pressure is the story of set 2. Long Beach State, to this point, have 9 aces working in their favor. 4 of them from one man, Alex Kondev. Sofia, Bulgarian native, broke out halfway through last season after an injury to Sotora Shiopanis, forced him into the starting lineup, had a breakout game against UC Irvine, and ended up being first team All-Big West and on the Big West All-Freshman team. He also led Long Beach State with 13 kills in the national championship match against UCLA. Played for Bulgaria at the under-21 FIBA World Championships, and he is on fire right here in the pyramid in what has been an outstanding season already. It's set point in set 2. Kondev tosses high. He's done it again! 5 aces for Alex Kondev. Back to back to back to close out set 2. The Lions have no answer for the Sofia special. Alex Kondev, take a bow. Long Beach State dominate from behind the service line, all thanks to the Bulgarian, Alex Kondev. The 6'7" outside hitter has 4, now 5 aces in the final exchanges of set 2. 25-21, 25-16, we head to set 3 with Long Beach State cracking open the broom closet here in the pyramid. We'll return in just under 2 minutes here on 22 West Radio. Second and third set break about to conclude. Long Beach State tonight playing on the hardwood after Long Beach State women's basketball got us started here on this 22 West triple header. Reminder, after the conclusion of this game on YouTube as well is the live broadcast of Long Beach State Dirtbags baseball in the second of their 3-game series against San Jose State. Bruce Kuntz on the call live from Blair Field. Bull Diamond, the host this weekend for 2 teams looking to bounce back. It was San Jose State who made the Mountain West Championship last season unexpectedly, and it was Long Beach State who missed the postseason by tiebreaker. So at the conclusion of this game, hop on over and check out more Long Beach State athletics on 22 West Radio. Alex Kondev sent Long Beach State into euphoria at the end of set 2. 3 straight aces Now, he's come up big in service before this season, most notably at Pepperdine, able to lead Long Beach State to a comeback win in set 3 in a match they eventually took in 4. And he's the man who's going to start things off here in set 3. Vanguard made all types of changes to try to slow Kondev down in that second set. None of them seemed to work, so they return to their starting lineup. For the Beach, it's the same 6 on the floor that started the match as well. Kondev, Larson, Gajek, Pazanti, Christ, and Varga. After 15 ties in the first set, only 2 in the second, Long Beach starting to show why they're the number 2 team in the country on their home hardwood tonight. Kondev tosses high to get set 3 started, and that one goes well out of bounds. So the switching of sides means the magic leaves his fingers, and it'll be Cole Oliver hoping he can pick up on a bit of that Bulgarian magic now. 1-0 here in set 1. Oliver, good serve, passed out by Larson, set by Pazanti to Skylar Varga on the left side. He touches it over the double block and down. Skylar Varga picks up his 6th kill. Jackson Christ goes back to serve. Christ, one of a few newcomers on this roster, but he has stepped into the starting lineup and looked like he has belonged all year long. High toss for Christ, passed well out of the back row by Oliver. Set over to the left side for Fremont. Sent right back by Jackson Christ, and Jake Pazanti had a fireball coming out his face, lined up over on the right pin. Touches it across, but he also touches the tape. So it's a point for Vanguard. Braddock Duckworth back to serve on the season, hitting 172. Tonight, though, hitting 667. Serves it across, passed by Kondev. Pazanti to the middle for Braun, disrupted by the block. Vanguard keep it alive. Henderson now goes to the middle himself. It's Sebezma who's dug out, and Long Beach offense work quickly over to the right pin for Wojciech Gajek. He is blocked by Fremont. And it's Long Beach who could not scramble to keep the ball up on their side. Vanguard throwing together the ingredients to start a block party of their own. Duckworth looking to continue his service run. A float across, pass by Kondev. It's an overpass, and the joust is won by Vanguard, kept alive somehow by the Beach. Varga touches it across. Another joust, another scramble, and now Ben Braun touches it to the back row. Vanguard now, and it's an overpass to Pazanti, and he has to dunk it down. Calamity at the net as neither team can control the ball, and Pazanti with the setter slam on the first touch overpass kill. It's Brian Rofer in conversation with our officials, and he wants a challenge, making sure nobody touched the net on that exchange. So much happening as both teams could not control the first ball over the net. Rofer lost a challenge in set 1. He has 2 left in his back pocket. If this one goes to 5, he will get any challenges he needs to get back to 2. Nick McRae, no challenges yet. This is a Vanguard Lions team that was started in 2019. They hired Brad Rostetter to start a men's volleyball program over in Costa Mesa, and after a strong start in the 2020 season, their inaugural campaign, they were shut down by COVID, as every sport was across the college landscape. In 2021, though, they bounced back. They won the Great Southwest Athletic Conference, the GSAC, regular season and tournament titles. They lost in the semifinals of the NAIA National Tournament. Rostrader was named Coach of the Year, and he returned in 2022, led by a strong core and by Kyle Anima. It was Vanguard who returned to the NIAA tournament as GSAC regular season champions. They won just 1 game before they were bounced, and Rostrader left in the offseason to take up responsibilities as a head coach at UC San Diego, where he still pines his trade. Brian Rofer was brought in out of retirement. He led the Lions and their veteran roster, established by Rostetter, to a 20-5 record and the NAIA National Championship. That famous reverse sweep against Benedictine Mesa, the first men's volleyball honor for Vanguard. They accepted their offer to move up to Division II in 2025, and as they say, the rest is history. In 2024, they were surprisingly swept, though, in the GSAC Championship by the Masters University. An unceremonious end to their NAIA tenure, but they're going to have a chance to get their get back in just a few days. It's the Masters who Vanguard will face next on February 20th and 21st in a home-and-home series, and then they'll face their former head coach, UC San Diego, home and home on the 25th and 27th of February. Pass across. It was Vangaurd who won the challenge, and Skylar Varga gets the set from Pizzanti and swings well out of bounds. So a good call from Rofer. Somebody in that chaotic exchange a few points ago caught the net. Now it's Vangaurd up by 4. 5 serving 1 here in set 3. Long Beach took the first 2 sets commandingly. Duckworth continues to serve. Flip to the back row. Pass by Kondev. Pizzanti left side. Skylar Varga off the double block and down. Jake Pizzanti has experimented with his tempo tonight, especially when pushing outside to Skylar Varga, trying to speed up the offense. Recognizing that Vanguard's block might be a twitch too slow. That time him and Skylar Varga certainly on the same page. 2 serving 5 as Jake Pizzanti tosses high. Booms to the back row, passed well. Henderson, combination set, goes to Oliver. Dug out by Kondev. Pizzanti, combination set now to Alex Kondev, that is. And it was Ben Braun once again running an excellent route in the front row to get Kondev free. No complaints this time from Vangaurd either, as Kondev attacked cleanly from the back row. Jake Pizzanti, an ace on his line tonight. 3 serving 5 in set 3. He booms one into the tape. Jake Pizzanti taking over for the AVCA National Player of the Year. Morning Nikolov, they are big shoes to fill, but Nick McRae has made it abundantly clear. He hopes by the end of the season we all stop talking a little bit about Morning Nikolov and start showing Jake Pizzanti a bit more respect for the work he's doing. Pizzanti pushes to Gayak on the left side off of server C. It's dug out. Now a back set goes to Veldman, and it's kept alive by Kondev in the back row. Skylar Varga rolls over a double block on the right-hand side, and there's nobody attending to the campfire. Another kill for Skylar Varga. That's his 8th. Here from the sidelines, Nick McRae saying keep stacking. Long Beach down by 2. They need to stack points here throughout set 3 to complete the sweep. Varga serves hard across and out of bounds. Once again, targeting area 5 and 6, the middle back and right of the Vanguard back row, and he just cannot seem to catch the line tonight in service. And errant serve from Logan Fremont goes into the antenna, but the bottom of the antenna that is attached to the net. Fremont needs to shake that one off and gets a few high fives from his teammates. Back-to-back service errors. Now 5 serving 7. Ben Braun touches it across. Cross-court set goes over to Cole Oliver. He is blocked and roofed. A bit of hesitation from the officials, making sure the ball landed inbounds, but another triple block up in the vicinity for Long Beach State is able to get them closer. 6-7 now. Ben Braun, touch serve across to the back row. He gets an ace. Ben Braun gets in on the party. And when these two teams met in the fall, Ben Braun was dialing up fastballs from beyond the service line. Today, he switched it up a little bit. A combination float, and he goes for it again, this time to the back row, tied at 7. It's a bump pass from Henderson over to the left side for Oliver, dug out by Varga. Pizzanti, back set to Gayak over a double block and down. Another kill for Wojciech Gayak. The inspector getting crafty over there on the right pin. Making the start at opposite. He has excelled. 8 kills, Beach lead 8-7. Braun serves again. Henderson sets to the left side for Oliver. Blocked and roofed. Jackson Christ and Wojciech Gayak in the vicinity. And that's restricted airspace. Long Beach State with their 9th block. 9 serving 7. Henderson goes low to set to the middle for Semessa, kept up by the Beach. Pizzanti pushes left side to Alex Kondev, and it's the sweetest of touches from Alex Kondev over the double block that gets him the kill, his 5th of the night. He now has as many kills as he does aces, and it's a timeout called by Brian Rofer. Long Beach starting to establish their dominance early in set 3. Vanguard able to hang around for the first 2, not looking like the case here in set 3. After tonight for Vanguard, they will have that home-and-home series against the Masters and then UC San Diego, and then MPSF play resumes. They'll play UC Merced and Jessup this season, 2 new teams added to the MPSF, along with BYU, another new addition, and Menlo and Concordia Irvine, longtime stalwarts of the MPSF. Vanguard, they're 3-7, but their 4 conference losses have come at the hands of some of the top 5 teams in the country. Vanguard kicked off their season with a 4-set victory over Rockhurst. Then they lost to Lindenwood. And then they lost again in a straight sweep to number 5 ranked USC in Los Angeles. They were able to host Springfield of the NAIA on January 17th and run out with a 4-set victory. And then they lost to the shocker to St. Xavier, another lower division opponent, in straight sets. And it didn't get any easier from there. They lost at UCLA, the former home of their head coach Brian Rofer, in 3 straight sets. They then beat Edward Waters and pulled a set off of Irvine, the number 5 ranked team in the country, before facing UCLA again and getting decimated this time at home in Costa Mesa. Their last matchup before tonight, a trip up to the Firestone Fieldhouse to face number 6 ranked Pepperdine. They lost in straight sets, and the first 2 were ugly, and Vanguard was able to pull back a little in the third. A reversal of fortunes tonight as they look to play their way back in here. Set left side for Kondev, and he swings out of bounds. Long Beach calling for a challenge. Long Beach had served. Vanguard went over on 2. The set went out to Kondev, and he certainly didn't catch anywhere near the line, but Long Beach still wants a challenge. Jake Pizzanti, the one calling for it immediately. Last season, Vanguard, they were just getting their feet wet in the MPSF. Their first season in the conference, they went 1-18 overall. They went 2-10 in conference play, finished dead last in the conference. Their 2 conference wins came over Menlo and Concordia Irvine, 2 foes they'll face again this year. And every team last season got a chance to appear in the MPSF postseason. It was a 4-set loss to Concordia Irvine that doomed Vanguard. That MPSF tournament eventually won by Pepperdine, and Pepperdine eventually faced Long Beach State as a result in the NCAA National Championship. Brian Rofer has high hopes, though, for this program. He said that coming into the season, the goal is to win a national championship because this is a program that should aim high. There are really 2 monikers for this program this year as well: courage in faith and no more excuses. Vanguard are a private Protestant university with about 2,200 enrollees. Rofer likes to joke that UCLA, his former program, has more members on the athletic staff than Vanguard does students. But this small private school in Costa Mesa, one of the few programs in the country that is investing in men's volleyball, and they have seen the results come their way. Lions on an upward trajectory, and Rofer has a few guys on this roster that aren't playing tonight that he hopes to have light up the MPSF in a year or 2. A great talent scout during his time at UCLA, looking to continue to develop the next generation of Vanguard Lions and turn them into a contender to hang with the likes of UCLA, USC, and Pepperdine in just a few years. 8 serving 10 here in set 3. Toss from Submetsa, dug out of the back row by Varga. Set left side for Kondev, over a triple block and down. Alex Kondev, another kill. Took a little bit of smoke off the swing that time. Still able to find the same result. 6 kills now for Kondev. Gajek, 11 serving 8. Boom to the back row, passed out well. Henderson ranges underneath, pushes to the left side. It's Oliver through a double block. And it's a blocking violation. It looks like against Jackson Christ, who's protesting his case to Nick McRae. They're saying Jackson Christ impeded on the swing from Cole Oliver, meaning he reached over the net to interfere with Cole Oliver's swing. And Christ isn't happy, but McRae won't challenge. 9 serving 11 now for the Lions. Varga pass from the back row. Pizzanti quick to Christ, dug out by Vanguard. Pushed outside to Oliver. He gets blocked, but it's kept alive. And Henderson, off a one-handed set, is giving it to Veldman to bump over. Now Pizzanti, D-set to the right side for Wojciech Gajek. Put that on a highlight tape. No blockers to meet him, and Jake Pizzanti is looking like a puppet master tonight against Vanguard, pulling all the offensive strings. Long Beach as a team now hitting .345 on the night until an over-the-line violation just got called against Gajek. So back-to-back errors for the Beach mean Vanguard are right back in this third set. 10 serving 11 now. A few shaking heads on the Long Beach side as Larson gets it up to Pizzanti, and Jackson Christ elevates from the middle. No whistle, no violation, just a kill for Jackson Christ, his third on a night where he has been efficient. His third kill on 6 swings. Alex Kondev to serve. High toss. Rolled across this time, targeting zone 2, and he got it. The hardest serve to hit in volleyball. Cross court, targeting the area right behind the net on the near side of the floor. Alex Kondev got it. And no protest from Vangaurd. They know he's on fire. 6 aces now for Kondev. Now he dials up the intensity, and watch out in the sandpit. That's a serve that Kondev catches all wrong, and the cheerleaders had to duck down. It lands in the 4th row of the sandpit. When you have 6 aces on your line, a few errors are bound to come. Now Vangaurd serves. Passed out of the back row. Pizzanti, D-set, Gajek off the double block, kept alive. Oliver from the back row. Henderson now sets to the middle. Dug out on a swing from Duckworth. Pizzanti, left side. Skylar Varga around the block and down. Liftoff for Air Canada here on the left pin. Tonight, Long Beach playing on the hardwood, not their usual Terraflex, the specialized rubber surface made for volleyball, but Skylar Varga can still out-jump you on any surface. Chris serves, awkward toss, got it across though. Back set from Henderson, over to the left side, Veldman blocked, but it's out of bounds. Long Beach wanted another roof, and they're not gonna get it. Long Beach with 9 blocks on the night. And now it's 12 serving 14 in set 3. Duckworth punches it across. Larson pass, Pizzanti, cross court set way too far for Skylar Varga. It goes beyond the antenna, and Varga had no shot at that. Not only was the set careening towards the pin, it was careening towards the wrong side of the net. And Pizzanti with a little chuckle as Skylar Varga now has his game face on. Still a 1-point set here in set 3. 13 serving 14 as Vangaurd have clawed back. Serve across, pass from Varga, Pizzanti, Ben Braun off the rip. Straight down from the middle. Ben Braun working on some minus tempo that time from Jake Pizzanti. That is hours and hours of work in the gym to get that connection spot on. And now the Beach are back ahead by 2, 15 serving 13. Pizzanti passed well out of the back row. Henderson sets over on a combination set. It's Sibmensa, not quite a slide play for the middle blocker, but Sibmensa lines up beyond the 10-foot line and still comes down with ferocity. 14 serving 15. Across the top of the tape. Pizzanti pushes left side for Gajek, and now Vangaurd tried to go over on 2. Henderson tried to get tricky. Now Gajek has a chance to punish off the set from Pizzanti, and he did not catch the line. Ben Braun asking for a spot of moisture to be wiped up on the floor. Vangaurd taking the wind out of the sails here in the 3rd set of Long Beach State. Still on the night, hitting 133 are the Lions. Long Beach hitting 333. Long Beach 10 points away from a 3-set sweep. The Lions 10 points away from forcing a 4th. Something they were able to do in their last matchup against a ranked opponent up in Malibu. Veldman serves. Pass from Kondev out of the back row. High and Pizzanti underneath. Varga right side. Kept alive though spectacularly. The Lions get it across, and Skylar Varga is right there to roof down the free ball. A patty cake kill above the net, as the Lions had done an excellent job to keep the ball up. Oliver bumped it across, and Skylar Varga was ready to pounce. Now he heads back behind the service line. Great heads-up play from the Canadian. Varga serves. Passed well and out of system now. It's a swing from the back row from Logan Fremont that misses the high hands and everyone else. Varga's serve took the Lions off the net. Fremont forced to swing, and the Beach now lead by 2. Varga tosses low, and a swim up move of a serve sees him slide one into the net. Worth mentioning by now, and we're not supposed to count chickens before they hatch, I know that, but At the pace he's on right now, Skylar Varga with over an ace per set is on a faster ace per set pace than Moni Nikolov was last year when he won AVC National Player of the Year and broke the single season aces record. And speaking of aces, dialing one up from the service line as Logan Fremont, his first of the night. While Skylar Varga may be the best server in the nation, Vanguard have pulled out a few aces of their own. That's their third of the night as Fremont serves again. Larson, pass it to Pizzanti, over to Gayak, right side, dugout. Henderson, cross court, push to Oliver, blocked and roofed. Ben Braun says no way. And now he'll take up service responsibilities. Vanguard have been met with a brick wall above the net tonight. The 11th block of the evening for Long Beach State. 18 serving 17, Braun across. Henderson pushes to the middle, and pushing it through a double block is Micah Sidmensa. Sidmensa on the season has had a few strong performances. This will land right around his average. 3 kills on 10 swings now as he is back to serve. Also had 3 kills on the road against Pepperdine. High toss, served across. Larson pass, Pizzanti, big set, Skylar Varga. Oh my! Skylar Varga bounces one into the stratosphere. And Long Beach State are 6 points away from a sweep. Gayak serves, Harden across, passed, and Henderson from beyond the 10-foot line will back set one to Veldman, who is able to tool the double block and get it out of bounds. Took the set as it was coming down, blasted one straight into the hands of Alex Kondev and Jackson Christ, and it's out of bounds for a kill. Nice high hands look there off an awkward pass. 19-all now in set 3. Brock Henderson, the setter. Left-handed serve, down for an ace. Brock Henderson gets one, and Nick McRae wants a timeout. Vanguard first to the red zone off the ace from the redshirt senior setter Brock Henderson. The Orange Coast College transfer this season is adjusting to the Division I level. Last season he had to do the same, sharing the setting responsibilities with Sean Wynn, the senior setter last year for Vanguard, who is now on the coaching staff as a volunteer assistant. Last year Henderson played in just 69 sets, averaged just under 7 sets per set, and also had 14 aces. He has 2 aces this season coming into tonight. Now he's got his third, but before transferring over to Vanguard, he played at the Southern California powerhouse, Orange Coast College, and while on the Pirates, he was able to play with his brother and able to win championships as well. In the 2022 season for Orange Coast College, he was injured early on, and the Pirates went on a Cinderella run in the postseason, ending with an upset over Long Beach City College, a 5-set thriller in the CCAA state championship. His brother Miles had the match-winning kill, the championship-sealing kill to win 15-13 in set 5. He also played under the legendary head coach Travis Turner, who finished the 2024 season by eclipsing 100 wins. Turner says of that night against Long Beach City College, it was the best win he's had in his 16 years of coaching. Henderson also followed the path of one of his teammates to Vanguard, opposite Will Anderson, who Henderson played with at Orange Coast College, is a legend around the Lions program, helped the team win that 2023 NAIA National Championship. Henderson serves again. This time it's dug out well by Larson. Pizzanti pushes to the left side. Alex Kondev across, and it's Henderson who gets the first touch. But as he dives into the floor, it's not enough to keep it alive. On the night, Henderson, 17 assists. On the opposite side, his setting foe, Jake Pizzanti, has 27 assists. As the boogeyman is back behind the line, it's Alex Kondev who finished off set 2 with 3 straight aces. Looking to provide that same spark here in set 3, where Vanguard have hung tough and hung around. Kondev tosses high, booms it across, and there's an ace. He's done it again. 7 aces for Alex Kondev. He builds on a career night from beyond the service line in spectacular fashion. Kondev tosses high again, and that one misses the back line by a few feet. So An ace followed by an error. We're tied up again. Alex Kondev is playing whack-a-mole in the back row. He's targeted everyone along the back line. Nobody has been able to pass it for the Lions, but the error has us tied up again. Oliver now serves. Passed out the back row by Kondev. Pizzanti over on two. How tricky are you? It's Jake Pizzanti going up with one hand for the slam. And Vangaurd caught unaware. 22-21, and Long Beach will bring in another serving sub. Connor Bloom, the name called off the bench. Second time on the floor tonight. And the trademark, Bloom boom. Medium toss, Bloom serves across. Pass up to Henderson. Cross court set to the left side. Through a double block, and down goes Logan Fremont. Tied we are at 22. And it looks like Vangaurd will also respond with a serving sub of their own. Back into the fray comes Willie Wang. Ace in the first set, played at setter in the second set. Back to return the favor of that first set. Now behind the service line looking for a big-time serve. 22 all in set three. Wang into the tape. It's too low for the 6'1" junior. And he heads back to the bench. Ben Braun gets back up at the net and gives a few claps in the direction of the Lions as Jake Pizzanti is now back to serve. An ace for him in set one. Excuse me, just a few points ago. Pizzanti tosses high, touches the tape, but it's dug out. Henderson bumps it. Attack from the back row, goes through the double block and down. Fremont was dead to rights on the block, but Ben Braun and Wojciech Gajek see it go off their armpits and back onto the floor. 23 all here in set three. Vangaurd putting up a valiant effort. Veldman serves across and out of bounds. A costly service error. And now it's set point in set three for the Beach. This for the match. Skylar Varga back behind the service line. No aces for the best server in the nation tonight. Looking for his first to call game. Tosses high into the tape it goes. Varga went for it all and came up empty-handed. We're going to extra volleyball in set three. Vangaurd fight off the first set point of the night from the Beach, and now it's Logan Fremont back to serve. His high toss across. Larson passes. Pizzanti sets left side. Kondev, get out of the way. Nobody at the net to meet Alex Kondev. Now it's match point number 2 for Long Beach State. And Alex Kondev has 9 kills, and he punched that ball into the hardwood to set up match point number 2. Ben Braun serves. Combination float across. Henderson pushes left side. The set is low, and it's not going to get across the tape. Cole Oliver could do nothing in the face of the triple block, and Long Beach wins set 3, 26-24. A straight sweep of the Lions, and Vangaurd, now in back-to-back seasons, sees a sweep go against their line in the pyramid. Standout performances around the floor. This is the performance that Nick McRae was looking for out of his team after that reverse sweep against UCLA. Skylar Varga, 11 kills on 19 swings. He hits .474, does not, crucially, get an ace. The first game this season where he has not tallied at least one. Alex Kondev, 9 kills, but he does a lot of damage from behind the service line, more than he has in his entire Long Beach State career. 7 aces, including 3 straight to close out set 2. And Wojciech Gajek, serviceable on the outside. 7 kills on 18 swings, along with 5 blocks. Long Beach dominates at the net, winning the block party 10-2. And those 13 aces also tell the story of the night. Vangaurd put up a valiant effort. They hit 134, an improved performance from what they've put out against ranked opponents so far this season. Logan Fremont leads the attack with 9 kills, followed by Grant Veldman with 8, and Cole Oliver with 4 kills. Brock Henderson dishes out 19 assists, and Vangaurd can walk out of this gym with their heads held high. They will be back. They will continue to build their program into a contender under Brian Rofer, and for the Beach, it's just halftime. Attention now turns to UCLA. February 20th at Pauley Pavilion. Long Beach reverse swept when UCLA came to the Pyramid last Friday. Now it's their chance to get their get back. Circle your calendars. We'll have coverage for you on 22 West Radio live from UCLA before first serve and well after the final whistle. But thank you for joining us here tonight inside the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. Long Beach wins in a straight sweep. 25-21, 25-16, 26-24 in set 3. I'm JayDe Beaudry for our board operator Alexandra Prado in the studio, and for our entire 22 West crew. Thank you for joining us, and make sure you head on over to the 22 West YouTube channel to check out the third game of our triple header as Bruce Kuntz is on the call for Dirtbags Baseball against San Jose State. Until next time, have a happy Valentine's Day, a wonderful evening, and a wonderful weekend. Next broadcast on 22 West Radio will be tomorrow at 1:05 p.m. for the third game of the 3-game series between Long Beach State and San Jose State Baseball. I'll be on the call alongside Bruce Kuntz. It ends in a straight sweep, as many expected here in the Pyramid. Long Beach 3, Vangaurd 0. Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you next time on 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach and on 22 West Radio. Good night, everybody.